Hello! Welcome to a monthly spread video. For January of 2021, I chose the theme Lighthouse because I think it's a symbol for hope in some way. It's an accurate representation of how I'm feeling with all this madness. 2020 was a dark year, and with the new year comes new hope. It's like a sailor who is lost at sea in the middle of the night, wondering if they'll survive, and they see this dim light of a lighthouse, and that gives them hope that they're near land and safety. So every time I look at this, I'll be reminded of that. This monthly cover is pretty elaborate for me. I wanted to keep it simple, but I guess not. She said nope after being carried away with Procreate. The lighthouse is simple enough though, except the roof, which looks like a pagoda type roof. I could not get other roof shapes to look like how I want it to, so I stuck with this one. It works. It's a roof. I was playing with the light and the mist by the ocean a lot, and legit that probably took the most time and why I feel like this is elaborate. Had to get it right, so it's fine. Then I added a little tint of yellow in there just so the white doesn't look so washed out. I shaded the top half a bit darker and then added stars in the background so that it doesn't look so plain. And then the mist for the ocean, of course. I also drew a little boat that relates to the little story I told at the beginning a bit, but this boat is right next to the shore, so it is in no danger. For the January writing, I went off of font. No shame, I could not think of one myself. Here I did the J separately because I wanted it to be uppercase compared to the rest of the word. And I outlined them, then I filled the bottom half, leaving the top half blank. And I did make the lighthouse a little shorter so that the January can be in the beam of the lighthouse without being way at the top of the page. Once I was done, I pasted the cover in my journal and also on the front cover as planned. I did a quote, which I wasn't gonna do it at first, but it solidifies the intent of this theme and is somewhat motivational too, so I'm like, alright, I'm gonna do a quote. I wrote in cursive for kind of the main words and then just normal letter font type for the other words, except for darkness, which I went with kind of like uneven letters to make it look a little more interesting. I also added in this light bulb, which is seen everywhere, but it fits in with the theme, and I've never really drew a light bulb within my bullet journal, to be honest, so I wanted it there. It's the first time, you know? Then for the word life and light, I highlighted within the letter on the downstrokes of those letters. And then for finding and darkness, I highlighted the outside and on the downstrokes as well. There are also drop shadows for most of the words, except finding and darkness, because those two have their own kind of drop shadow already, and this is to make the words kind of pop out of the page a little bit. Here I'm playing around with the background again because I didn't like what I had done and I wanted to include a theme color, which is red, so hence that red background, but instead of a red background I went with white and changed the highlight of the word finding and darkness to red instead, which gives it a good pop of color, I think. And that is the quote page. I included it right after the cover page. And here's my monthly page, which I included a standard calendar with each cell being 5 by 5 dots. And since this template is pretty static, I created it so that I could duplicate it for all 12 months for this year's bullet journal. And here I did a simple red January writing with black outline. And I made a little stain at the top, including some of the stickers I prepared beforehand. And I think it's so cute. I love the way the clouds turned out. I'm so happy about it. And the little birds by the lighthouse too. And at the bottom, I drew a notes box which has alternating black, red, and black for the outline, like those sailor uniforms, but in red instead of in blue. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Then I filled the space with more stickers because I drew them, so I should use them. And guess what's in my mood tracker? A lighthouse, of course. I saved this lighthouse designed for this page specifically, and it is a brick lighthouse, so each brick will have each day. Well, some bricks will be empty, but they have to be there for the lighthouse to be structurally sound. Yeah, I struggled with the rounded roof shape again, so pointed roof it is. The background felt empty as well, so I added a little doodle scene, literally very little. Then for the legend, I aimed for funny little sayings, and I'm gonna try to make them different for each month. There's a simple writing for mood tracker, of course, following my brand of simple lettering. Next is my habit tracker, which I went with a black dotted template because lighthouses operate in the dark and I wanted to add that little detail. Then I wrote one calendar and duplicated the rest. The perks of a digital bullet journal, y'all. And for the heading, I went with letters separated by dots. I don't know where that's from. It's from somewhere, right? I'm also going to be tracking breakfast, water, exercise, and drawing. Then I pasted in stickers that I prepared, so knowing that I wanted 2 different backgrounds, I created 2 different sets to accommodate that, because otherwise my stickers won't show up on certain background. Ooh, I love how these boats turn out too. I tried to make different designs and I think they all look completely different, so I think I hit the goal there. Also, I have ropes going from one anchor to the last dot of the word drawing to anchor it onto the page. Get it? I didn't do that just for the joke, I swear. Yeah, I did that because otherwise it looked out of place. For my weekly spread, oh, you can see I copied from a font again. Anyways, I've been using this weekly structure since college because it allowed me to plan what I'm doing when precisely. But now I don't use my bullet journal for work, so I don't have a lot of things to fill in. I'll probably be trying out other structures. I made the helm really small here, which made it look like they were rolling off the page. I also grayed out the dates that are not in the month and made my lighthouse and boat stickers bigger to fill that space a little bit. So I'm using alternating backgrounds for each week, and I wanted to show you what week 2 will look like, which is pretty much the same, but instead of helms, it's lifesavers. Then up top, I showcased the different boats. I also filled in Monday here to show you how I used the page. My schedule in college were different day by day, but now it's pretty much the same, hence why I probably don't need this structure anymore. I really recommend this structure for those of you who have intense or diverse schedules, because you're able to detail hour by hour what you should be doing, and this really served me well in college. And lastly, I allocated a section for a diary, which I don't do every day, especially in quarantine, because it would be wake up, eat, go to bed. But I wanted to have some diary in case I do something memorable and fun. So that is it for my January spread. I hope you can take some inspiration and ideas from this. I sure did enjoy drawing for this theme. If you made it till the end, you're awesome! Be sure to like and subscribe. Motivate me, please. Follow my social media to see more content that I don't post on my videos sometimes. And check out my other videos. Okay, thanks. Bye!